greeting everyone. It's me, Jeevan Dakal, the managing director and the program conductor of JD Learning and Entertaining. As usual, we are again here for the discussion about the topics related to teaching and learning. Okay, and today we have topics. We have issue which is that related to teaching English language. Okay, and that is the main problem of our country. And before talking about the topics, I would like to welcome our guests, Tara Chandra Yogi and Setiram Gosai. I would like to welcome our Tara sir.
Thank you, sir, Mr. JD.
And like the same way, I would like to invite or the welcome our Setiram Gosai sir with the guest for today.
Thank you and namaste, JD sir.
Mm.
Thank you and
Mm. Thank you so much, sir. And today, and we are again here. So I am so happy. I am so pleased to see you again in our JD Learning and Entertaining. I am so happy.
thank you. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, sir. And our issue or our problem for today is the pronunciation. Okay, mainly we Nepali people have pronunciation problem, and because the English language is used or taught as foreign language in our country, that is why the English language has great problem. Mainly the spoken problem we have. We mainly we Nepali people have spoken problem, pronunciation problem. So we are going to talk about this problem. What is pronunciation? Okay, and why the pronunciation of the Nepalese people, Nepalese teachers, Nepalese students is so poor, and how can we overcome this problem? Mainly, we can get idea from your side, from our special guest Tara Chandra Yogi, and our special guest Setiram Gosai. Okay, and our topic is the pronunciation problem of Nepalese students and teachers. Okay, sir, that is.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
And before starting, okay, I would uh, like to request our two members to special guest for the today, Tara Chandra Yogi and Setiram Gosai for your brief introduction. And because you are our regular guest, so I would like to request our Tara Chandra Yogi sir for your brief introduction because there are some of the
Well,
new member in our group.
well. First of all, warm welcome to everyone. It's myself, Tara Yogi from Baki. I'm a teacher. I teach grade 11 and 12 in Saraswati Secondary School, Rapti Sonari 3, Baki. I live at Madancha, and I'm one of the executive member of Nelta Baki also. Very happy to be among you people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This way, may I request our Setiram Gosai for your brief introduction.
Namaste and good evening. My name is Setiram Gosai. I am from Rapti Sonari Baki. I teach in Saraswati Secondary School, Rapti Sonari 3 Baki. And I am the teacher of Rapti Sonari Saraswati Secondary School, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your introduction. Okay, because our there are some new members, the new audience that in our group, in our what to say, JD Learning and Entertaining. So we again introduce. Okay, and no matter now we can start our discussion. At first, the first question goes to our Tara Chandra Yogi sir. I would like to Tara Chandra Yogi sir for the discussion. Okay, for sharing your
Yes.
ideas. And it
Well,
first question, I would like to ask you, what do you mean by pronunciation? What do you understand by the pronunciation?
well, thank you for the question. Right? Pronunciation usually refers to the sound of a word.
Mhm.
The word
Mhm.
which is pronounced or which is called by the name is called pronunciation. Uh, it is actually related with phonetic phonology, and it's one kind of phoneme too. So, pronunciation of a word is the sound of the word. That is sir.
Uh,
Pronunciation makes us easy to understand the word and letters. So this is in very short. We can say that a pronunciation is the sound of a particular word or a letter.
yes, sir. Like the same way, I would like to request our Setiram Gosai, sir. I request you to unmute your mic, okay? And what is your idea about the pronunciation? Setiram, sir.
Thank you, sir. Pronunciation means the active form of the words.
Yeah.
The letters which are written in the books and copy, they are in passive form, and by pronunciation, we give them active form. We give life to the words and the sounds, and if they will not be pronounced, they will be passive, and they will be written in the books and copy. And by pronunciation, we give them active form, and by pronunciation we articulate and we bring out from the book and copy, sir. This is
Mhm.
the pronunciation
Okay,
in
okay, okay.
answer.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very short and sweet definition about pronunciation. So, next question I would like to ask to our our Tara Chandra Yogi, sir. Sir, we know that pronunciation is one of the most important aspect of English language, mainly language, okay? And here we are
Yeah.
talking about English language, so it is one of the essential, most important aspect of English language. And if we cannot speak well, if we don't have clear pronunciation, we cannot understand the language, we cannot get the point, okay? So could you please tell our audience about the importance of pronunciation?
Well, actually, pronunciation is, I have already mentioned, that is the sound. Well,
Mhm.
If any particular word is not perfectly pronounced,
Mhm.
perfectly called, then it happens or it makes some confusion, and
Yes, sir.
the listener cannot understand. For example, if we don't have idea or we haven't heard about some of the sound of some silent letters, then what happens? We make usually wrong pronunciation. For example, sometimes we have heard speaking people or calling people school as a sakul. In the say we slate, a slate. So when we make pronunciation, when we pronounce a school like sakul, then it definitely creates some kind of confusion in the mind of the listener. They cannot reach to the point what a speaker is saying. Language is a way of transferring transferring or sending messages from one body to another. Language is quite useless when a listener do not understand. That's why for making the communication perfect, for making the communication easier to the listener, it is very much important that the particular word should be pronounced correctly. In our case, in Nepal, we generally listen or we know that we have got two kinds of English here. One is USA, I mean American English, and another is British English. So many of us, I think, I feel so well, are not very clear whether our government has accepted American English or British English. In this very case, what I have got that our government has accepted British English, not American English. Of course, so many people are making sometime American pronunciation, sometimes they pronounce like a British. But actually, British pronunciation has been given priority here in Nepal, I think. So we should try to make right pronunciation on the basis of British pronunciation system. Actually, pronunciation is related with phonology and phonetics. Linguistics, the student of linguistics can better understand it. As far as the importance of pronunciation, right pronunciation is that if we make pronunciation in a right way, in a correct way, then what happens? The listener can easily understand and they can catch you, and your communication can go further ahead. Otherwise, what will happen? The listener will get confused and will not understand. There will be some dilemma, and that communication cannot be, I think, cannot be completed. it will be like ridiculous. Sometimes we have heard people saying, I can know the answer. That is also ridiculous position. When, because in place of no, we are saying kanao. In place of what palm, we say palam. In place of talk, we say talak. So in the same way, psychology, pneumonia, they have got different spellings. But their pronunciation different. So what happens? Some people who do not have get idea, they make their own pronunciation, and they start to say pneumonia, pneumonia, and sakul, kanau. These kind of words come into the existence when someone is not quite clear about the pronunciation of a particular word. So this makes clear that we should have a right pronunciation. We should try to make a correct pronunciation according to the rules and regulation. If suppose we cannot make exact pronunciation as it is in British language, then we should try to reach to the nearer point of the pronunciation. We cannot exactly pronounce, for example, go. Well, so many people you might have heard saying go. Still, if tomorrow you see so many people, tomorrow too you can find out some people saying go. While we say gao, it should be gao. In the same way, there are some other words we should be pronounced differently, but are being pronounced differently on the basis of their own idea. So people, what happens, who are very far from phonetics or phonology, they start to pronounce a particular word according to their own idea, and later on what happen, they become ridiculous. For example, a farmer. Well, so many people you might have heard saying farmer, father, sister, while they should be spoken like sister, father, and mother. What's your name? My father is a teacher. My father is a farmer. But we say my father is a farmer.
We also tell
So
them.
what happens? Actually, it does not make any vast difference. But even that, as a man can simply, very easily can get some idea regarding your pronunciation capacity,
Yes, sir.
ability. So, in summary, I can say that making right pronunciation is quite important.
Mhm.
It shows your ability, your studies habit, because only those people can make right pronunciation who are studious, who spend their time in study, who try to reach to the nearer point of pronunciation. Of course, we are not native speaker. We cannot make pronunciation as a native speaker makes, but we can reach to the nearer point of pronunciation. At least we can make some nearer pronunciation. So this is my idea about it, sir.
Okay, sir. And one thing I remember when you talk about pneumonia, school,
Yeah. Yes, of course.
like this also. When I was studying in class 12, sir, and at the time
Yes.
our Anup Sai sir, with my respected teacher,
Mhm.
he was teaching
Yeah,
one clave in class 12. And at that time
Mhm.
there was Purely. And I pronounced that word purely. Purely.
Oh,
Everybody, all the friends laughed at me. They
yeah.
teased me. Okay, and after that, and I also feel ashamed. Okay, I felt agitation, and I asked
Yes,
to
yes.
our teacher, and that is purely, not purely. That such
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of difficulty I have also felt, and that is one that is due to pronunciation problem. One
Yes.
thing.
I
Okay.
see. Yes, one word I would like to say, that
Mhm.
my very near people say parabolum.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
That is problem. For example,
Mhm.
in case of say, I have heard some teachers saying 12
Yeah,
in place of 12. 12.
yeah.
It is actually 12, but they say 12.
Mhm.
Well, X yama that I have mentioned, I think in previous
Yeah,
videos.
yeah. Actually, I'm like this also. One person he is my friend, and last
Yes,
time we had gone to that Nagar. We had been to Nagar for taking exam of
yes.
TSC. He told that older is a golda, experience.
Ah,
Like,
old is a gold.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, how ridiculous it is. Well,
Yeah, he pronounced that word, sir, and still now also when I meet him, I tease him. Sometimes I joke him, and I make some fun. Means,
yes.
sir, experience, sir. Golda is golda, sir. Come here. I tell like this. Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Okay, that is. And yeah, sir. Like the same way, I would like to ask our Setiram Gosai, sir, unmute your mic. Okay.
Okay.
And What is your idea about the importance of pronunciation for better understanding, better learning?
Yes, sir. According to the Tara sir, he discussed so many things about importance of pronunciation.
Yeah.
Pronounce, Pronunciation means the giving the life to the words, and
Mhm.
if we pronounce the word, will
Mhm.
not use the word. The
Mhm.
word will be so by pronunciation, the word are be active and we use to them. If the language will not be used, that will be dead language.
Mhm.
Suppose like Sanskrit, and
Yeah.
nobody use that language, and now it is going to be
That
a dead language.
Mhm.
Like
yes.
that, pronunciation gives the life in the word, and if the pronunciation will not be done, the word will be useless.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
the use of the word, uh, it creates the use of the word, and we do different things, and we express our ideas, intention, and thoughts by pronunciation of the words. And it is very important to be a special standard of pronunciation, pronounce some words, but we have not any special standard how the word should be pronounced, and what is the special that one what to say special level,
Mm.
special category of the word, that is also is not clear. In the worldwide, we can see that British English have got different type of pronunciation system.
Accent. Yes. Yes.
American English have got different type of pronunciation system. The same word is
Yes.
pronounced by the differently, and in the world where the English is used, they have got their one system, their one type of voice system. They pronounce the word, and there is not any fixed rule and regulation. It is language, and the people how they are they use the words, that is their pronunciation. The means of language is that anybody have to understand, anybody have to understand what he is saying to the other listener, speaker and leader, speaker and
Listener.
listener. Both of them have to be
Understand.
come in the contact by means of the that pronunciation. So
Excuse me.
language have got
Mhm.
English language is very old, and it is
Uh,
very rich language.
mhm.
So it has so many rules and regulations. At beginning, Mr. Tara sir talked about phonology and phonemic phonological system, and that is one to pronunciation the word. That is one science, special science. In degree
Yes.
level, we have to study phonetics and phonology, but
Yes.
we have to start the beginning classes only in degree level. There is
Mhm.
phonetics and phonology, but beginning classes we have no any chances to learn about phonetics, phonetic symbols, and phonemes. Everything is not there in the beginners in the beginning classes. In lower
Yes.
classes, there is not any opportunity to the students and learner about phonology and phonetics.
Yes.
Only when the people will reach in the degree level, there only it is possible to know the some rules, and so it is very difficult to to do the pronunciation in the lower classes. We have no rule, no if the teachers will not teach how the students will be able to learn, and if the course is not there is not given in the curriculum and the course, then how teacher will teach that these things. So it is very very great problem about pronunciation. Before also we talked about many words and many fellows, and there is ridiculous, so many ridiculous, and it is very that bad condition of the pronunciation system in our society, and uh, we have our one type of pronunciation system in India. There is one same separate pronunciation system in Chinese. In China, the people speak in differently. The same word is pronounced by the different types according to their nationality, their culture, their situation of their country, and their locality. So we have to teach the students from the beginning classes about this. We have to give the introduction of the phonic symbols, phonetics, phonology, and from the beginning classes, if the students will be familiar with these systems, rules, and they will be the fluently speaker. They will do the better pronunciation. They will be able to pronounce the word according to the rule correctly. So we have to give emphasis from the beginning classes, in my opinion. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and you have given very clear idea. Okay, I think our audience are clear about from your idea and our Taras's idea. And next thing, we know that the pronunciation of Neblis, not only students, the teacher is agree. It means not good. No, it is poor. So it is not like that native speakers. It means it is so difficult for us. It is so difficult to understand the language spoken by native speakers. Okay, and one thing you talked about the phonology, and yes, sir, we learn phonology in what to say postgraduate level. It means we learned, but we only learned the theory, not about how to pronounce a word. Okay, and what are the way of pronouncing. We didn't learn. We learned only what is phonology, what is the phonics. Only that we learned that. Next thing, I think we Nepali people have that what poor pronunciation, wrong pronunciation. Why? Because we have made pronunciation ourselves. Because we learn only ka ka ga ke ka ke se ka. We didn't learn the real pronunciation. I think that is why that pronunciation is what to say wrong. Next thing you talk about that the pronunciation is different according to the culture and locality. That our Setiram sir talk. Yeah, that is reality. Because in our society, in our society in Nepalese context, your pronunciation is different from me, different than me. I have separate pronunciation, you have separate pronunciation, like that is okay. And I would like to ask our Tara sir, okay? Why is the pronunciation of Nepalese students and teacher, even the teacher, have wrong pronunciation, not so that real pronunciation like native speaker, and it is so difficult to understand the pronunciation of even teachers by the native speaker. What is the main reason behind this?
Well, thank you for the question. I heard and I listened, Mr. Setiram sir also. He
Yes, sir.
has spoken much about pronunciation. As far as the question is concerned, why Nepali people's pronunciation is not is native speakers or is not able or understandable, why people cannot understand perfectly. So behind these, what I see, though I had not been more in Nepal, I did not receive my education from Nepal, and I had never been to the government school in Nepal as a student. But because I have been teaching in schools for about 13 years in government school, and I've been here more than for about 35 years in Nepal. So I have I have studied people. I have come across to so many renowned persons too. So I have got some ideas. So how and why Nepali people's pronunciation is not very clear. In this way, respect, I would have said that some Nepali teachers some Nepalese make right pronunciation, but those people belong either to a very renounced family or or we are at what to say that they belong to the boarding schools or they live in urban areas, uh, and they are very nearer to the speakers, so they get lot of exposure. But what happens in our villages, the exposure is very less. They do not get time to listen. They do not get any occupation, any chance to speak. Sorry, to listen any good speaker. And so, as you have mentioned sometimes ago, that on the basis of ka kha ga,
Yeah.
so
We make
just,
pronunciation ourselves.
yes, they start made themselves to make their own pronunciation, and anything. Another thing is that there is no any strict supervision also. There is
Yeah.
no one to question them why they
Yeah.
are making. For example, if the question is of teacher, even a
Mhm.
teacher is making wrong pronunciation, there is no one to question him.
Mhm.
So because there is no question, there is no pressure, there is no supervision, so they also do not try to improve them. So because they do not improve themselves, so what happens, the students are directly affected by them, and they make the pronunciation as their teacher was making. So this is the main reason is lack of enough exposure.
Yes, sir.
And
That is
whoever
mainly
is
done.
here, yeah, whoever is here, for example, I'm a teacher, no? I know the rules of phonetics. I know I have studied phonology. I know phonemic transcriptions too. But what happens at the time of speaking, I do not follow them. I start speaking in my own way. I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
pay
that is.
attention to the rules. This is, for
Mm.
example, I say that very simply, you can test. In place of saying go, we still say go. So this is the reason. So if we give enough drill, if our students get drills from an expert, then I think that pronunciation can be nice.
Okay.
Yes.
And now this question goes to our Setiram Gosai sir. Okay. And what do you think that the most of the Nepalese people, Nepalese students, Nepalese English learner have not, they have wrong pronunciation. They don't have actual pronunciation. What is your idea about this?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Tell in brief, okay?
Uh,
We have only short time.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. In my opinion, uh, we have no deep knowledge about pronunciation, and the if the teachers have not enough knowledge, then how to teach to the students?
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, this is we have no English language teaching and learning culture in our society, sir. To pass the examination, only we read, we learn English, and after the examination, we don't be careful, and only getting the certificate. This is our that education systems also this problem. First of all, teachers are not careful, and they have no curiosity about the language system, about pronunciation, and they have not deep knowledge, and they have if they have no knowledge, how to possible to teach the students.
Mhm.
Uh, this is the problem, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. And you have very about why the pronunciation of we Nepali teachers. Not only we cannot blame other people. Okay, we have wrong pronunciation. We cannot pronounce correctly because it is so difficult for other only for our Nepali teacher, Nepali student to understand our language due to our tone, due to our pronunciation. Okay, that is. There is no exposure, there is no environment of speaking. You have already mentioned that. Okay. And I would like to get some idea from your side, Taratandra Yogi sir. What might be the way of overcoming those challenges, the problem of pronunciation?
Well, well, the problem of pronunciation is not only with you or with me. It's a problem for almost of every Nepali English speaker, because I listen them So I find some faults in that pronunciation too. So this problem is overall with all the teachers and Nepali English speakers. To overcome of this problem, to solve this problem, we first of all, there should be interest in the person who want to make some change in himself. Suppose I'm an English speaker or I'm a learner, and I should have some interest in changing myself or changing my tone, changing my pronunciation. If I'm interested, then I can see some ways, some ideas I will run here and there, and definitely I will get some person, some source for changing myself. So the willingness is very much important for bringing some improvement in pronunciation. One thing, another way or any another suggestion can be to improve pronunciation, and that is the management of good English speaker. I mean exposure. If good English speaker or an expert is provided to a student, the student will get some ideas how the person is making the pronunciation of any particular words or particular sentence. This way children get some ideas also of making right pronunciation. And if I am a teacher, if we are a teacher and we are in the classroom, and if we want that our children should make right pronunciation or there should be some improvement in them, then for that the teaching technique that is called drill is also very much important thing, but it should be done by an expert, because whatever the child learns in his or her young time, I mean is beginning or starting periods, that remains with the student or with the person forever in his life, her or life, in his or her life. Because I met so many people making wrong pronunciation. They were interested also to change themselves, so I suggested them, I corrected them many times. But what happened, after a short period, they again repeated the same mistake. And the reason behind it was that in their earlyhood, when they were a student, child, that time they have been taught wrong pronunciation. They listened, they heard their teacher making wrong pronunciation, and the same habit they cultivated. So, because of that cultivation of habit in their early life, they always repeated that wrong pronunciation. So in short, what I would like to say that the number one, there should be willingness in a person. I mean the person who wants to make a change in his or her pronunciation must be ready to change. Secondly, he or she should be provided good exposure. And thirdly, he or she should get some devices. This is modern time and digital is different kinds of media, different kinds of YouTube channels are there, different kinds of devices are there. Using them, too, a man can make some change in his habit. Thirdly, there are many books written on phonetics and phonology, phonemes, and pronunciations. So if a person is interested, he can consult those books too. So these are some ways how a man can change or can reform or can improve in his or her pronunciation, what I have mentioned. If you want, I can repeat it. Number one, the person should be interested. Number two, the person should get good exposure. And number three, for good exposure, there are a lot of sources that Google can also be good source. Some brilliant teachers, good speakers, experts can also be one kind of source for them. And thirdly is the next is some books written on pronunciation related to phonology and phonetics. So if a man studies those books and tries to bring some change in himself, being an active person, he can make pronunciation okay. For students, a good expert should be there for drilling them. By drill, their pronunciation can be gradually improved. This is sir.
Uh, okay, sir. And we have got so many ideas from you. And mainly, you told that at first the learner who wants to learn pronunciation should have what to say interest. Okay, and only he or she can learn. Next thing
Yes,
you
right.
told that there should be good exposure for learning, for improving pronunciation. That is also, I think, that is most important one aspect for improving pronunciation of the people. Next thing also you told that
Yeah.
if we want to learn pronunciation, if we want to copy right pronunciation, we have to consult with the expert people, people who have good pronunciation. Okay, we have to consult with them. We have to drill with
Yes.
them. Next thing also you told that there are videos. Okay, there are so many sources. There are so many that sources in that social media.
Digital
We can
platforms. Yeah.
digital platform, we can watch video, we can copy the pronunciation from native speakers. Okay, and we can also that copy the try practice our pronunciation from different books which are written in phonology and phonetics. Okay, which are related to phonology and phonetics. You told that, so I think you have given very important idea, you have very given very short and sweet idea about the that improvement or the about that what is overcoming the challenge. Okay, and like the same way I would
Yes.
like to go to our Setiram sir. Setiram sir, I would like to ask you, do you have any idea except that our Tara Chandra sir didn't include? Okay, do you have any idea for overcoming, for improving the pronunciation problem, for overcoming this problem? Do you have any idea?
Yes, sir. I sent all the explanation of the overcome the challenges of pronunciation by Mr. Tara sir, and I am totally agree to him. And he did very nice description, and it will be better for everyone. Yes, sir. Thank you. This much only.
Because most of the tips, mean all the tips are that included are the told by our Tara sir. Okay,
Yes,
because
sir.
I think the Tara sir told, I want to repeat again because I have what made make one some outline here because we are told by Tara Chandra sir. Okay, he at first he told that the mistake should not be repeated. One thing, and he or she should have interest, the willingness. Next thing, consult to the book and watch videos. Consult to the what to say the expert people who have very good pronunciation and that consult or the study the books and which are written which are related to phonology and phonetics. Okay, and next thing also consult that what was the video and which can be found in Facebook, also in YouTube. Okay, in which the what to say the native speakers voice, native speaker pronunciation is included. You told me. I think those tips are enough for improving our pronunciation and for overcoming the challenges. Okay, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Okay.
Now, yes, I go to Tara, sir. Tara Chandra Yogi, sir. Okay. And we are nearly at the end of the program. So, at
Yes.
last, I would like to ask you to share your experience, to share your, what to say, message from your side, to deliver the message from your side to our audience regarding the problem of pronunciation and the improvement of pronunciation. Tara,
Well,
sir.
thank you, sir. Actually, what happens? I am a little bit worried about those students who have just beginning their study. For example, nursery classes, UKG, LKG, or Shishu classes, or up to 3 classes. Well, that is the time when a child watches his or her teacher and makes a kind of attitude in his or her mind regarding the teacher, and it is his behavior like that. And if we talk about English speaking, what happens that English atmosphere is given by the teacher. Okay? When English atmosphere, we talk about English atmosphere, there spoken English is also included. English atmosphere does not mean only the atmosphere to write. It is included. I mean, spoken is also included in English atmosphere. So at the time of speaking, when a teacher himself or herself makes wrong pronunciation, his or her children, her students are definitely affected by it. They grasp wrong information, wrong pronunciation. They also start to copy. And later on, what happens? The students again and again repeat the same mistake in their later classes too. So what I would like to suggest to my teachers that if you are little bit doubt, if you have little bit doubt regarding any words pronunciation, please consult your dictionary. The dictionary, there are many devices where you can check up your own pronunciation
Mm.
and can make right pronunciation. I have heard so many teachers in lower classes making wrong pronunciation. Usually, they I had some teachers speaking or pronouncing that M like yum, yan, yalla. So these kind of pronunciation make later on confusion on when we use articles in because on the basis of pronunciation or vowel sign or consonant sounds, whatever we say, the articles are being used. So if the pronunciation is wrong, then definitely the use of article will also be wrong. So this is one thing. And another thing that I have listened some teachers at the time of drill too, they read themselves very ridiculous manner. For example, this is a book. Ram is coming. Mohan is my friend.
Yes,
This
sir.
way, if teacher makes drill,
Mhm.
then children also speak this way. Mostly, uh, I have heard this kind of activities in nursery level, LKG level, and in some boarding schools too. Because teachers would teach in such places are not highly educated. That's why it is very much important that first teacher will have to change themselves. They have to improve their own pronunciation because otherwise, what will happen? They will ruin a student. They will destroy a student
Yes, sir.
because they are transferring wrong pronunciation. That's not good. You are a teacher. Well, you should understand the spirit of teaching. You are doing a great work. You are helping a nation in making its pillar strong. Every student is the wealth of the nation. They are like the pillar of the nation. If they are weak, if they have got some disease, then I'm sure that we cannot make a big building. That's why the responsibility goes to the teachers who are teaching in pre-primary classes. I mean LKG, UKG or three classes. Also, it goes to the upper classes too. But mostly, what happens that the beginning classes like nursery, LKG, UKG, that is the time when a student shape himself or herself in a good shape. That's why that is the place. That is the time when a man has to mold himself into in a good shape. So at the very that way, when the child begins, if we pronounce wrong, then it becomes it's a kind of crime also because you are destroying a person's career. So I would like to suggest that if you are feeling or facing any problem in making right pronunciation, a lot of devices are there, a lot of options are there. Please consult them. You can consult us too. I don't think in smaller classes, in lower classes, there are difficult words. But even I said some time ago that even we say father, mother, sister, we don't know where to use our stress, where to give stress, what are the syllables, how to make right pronunciation, what is the difference between US and the Great Britain's differences. So being a teacher, please be some reliable and some responsible person. This is my suggestion to my audience and to my teachers too. If you are teaching in smaller classes, please be serious. Okay, thank you, sir.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And you talk about that what the we people we don't have idea of using stress intonation, rising and falling tone.
yes,
Okay, we don't have idea because
yes. It's
that is why
syllable.
that yes,
Yes,
syllable also. That is why it is so difficult to understand. It is that
yes,
there it becomes that wrong pronunciation. That is one problem.
yes.
Yes.
Mm.
And our Setiram sir has do you have what idea or the what message do you want to deliver to our audience, okay, regarding the improvement of pronunciation and the problem of pronunciation? What is your idea about this?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jivan sir. Uh, our audience may be teachers, our audience may be students, and the guardians also. First of all, I want to suggest to the teachers who teach in different classes English language, they have to be very careful because past is past, and in the previous days there was no valuation and no consult of anybody. But the time is going to be changed, and fashion is going to be changed, and in the education there is privatization system, boarding schools, and different problems are creating day by day. And uh, we are in the some profession. Teaching is our profession, so we have to be careful about our profession, and we have to try to remove our weakness where we are doing mistakes, where our errors, and we have to eradicate, we have to remove our mistakes by ourselves.
Yes.
There it will better to remove to make correction ourselves than
Yes.
pointing and indicating by others.
Yes.
So first of all, I want to request our teachers and our fellows, our friends, and our new generation teachers especially, we have to try to eradicate, and we have to be careful our weakness, and in the class we can see the condition. Mr. Tara sir before explained. Today we were in the school, and one of our class, the teacher was standing up there, and he have given the duty to teach the children by next their fellow. One student was saying before Tara sir said like my father standing like this way, the teacher, that child is teaching, and other childs are learning by
Repeating.
yes, by his fellow, by his the same class fellow. Then how it will be possible to improve? So teachers have to be careful, and they have to give more attention about their children, about their profession, about their personality. If the teacher will be qualified, then his personality also will be that increase. And if the teacher will careless, and he will not qualified, then his personality also will not be improved in the society. At last, the teachers will be joker. So teachers have to be careful first of all, because this is our profession. And for students also, I want to request all the students who are in different classes, who are studying in different classes, you have to try to try to make correct your that weakness, and good pronunciation. That how the teacher is giving the pronunciation, how a teacher pronounce any particular word. Student have to be careful, and he or she have to listen carefully, because it is your duty to overcome your weakness, and you have to be participate in the examination, and for your future welfare, for your betterment of your future. All students also have to be careful, and guardians also have to be careful about the that quality of education. And if your child will not get that good education for future, it will not be better for your family, your new generation. So we all have to be careful in the betterment of our nation and betterment of our society and our education system. This much only, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And our thank you so much, our Chandra Yogi sir and Setiram Gosai sir. At last, I would like to tell or deliver the message from my side is that the students, the people who want to improve your pronunciation or who have that wrong pronunciation. And one thing you should keep in your mind that you shouldn't try to make your pronunciation like that of native speaker. It means we cannot make. It is impossible for making their pronunciation. And next thing, most of the people tell that if you want to that make your pronunciation that better, you can that twist your tongue, that tongue and tongue. It means I am a teacher. I am a teacher. Like this, you should tell. They tell themselves. They suggest me, but I don't follow them because there are some rules and regulation. There are some rules for the stress, intonation, syllable for that that what to say. There are many rules, regulation for the pronunciation. But many people tell that if we twist our tongue or if we modify our tongue, we can that our pronunciation will be like native speaker. It will be unclear. So I never follow this also. And next thing also, like the same way today I am in this position and due to our Tara Yogi sir because at first I was unable to express anything, but now I can because I was good that not very good. I was good in only writing, but I used to feel hesitation for speaking and for expressing through vocal. Okay, and we started Tara sir and we started that our program for that in JD learning and entertaining. From that time, I have been what to say speaking. I think I don't have good spoken. I don't have good pronunciation, but I have the habit of speaking. So that is why it is what most important. And if you want to learn, if you want to because get learn spoken speaking, it means because speaking is directly associated with the pronunciation. Pronunciation is the one part of that speaking because without pronunciation we cannot speak. Okay, mainly the pronunciation is a part of speaking. And so, if you want to improve your pronunciation, mainly if you want to develop your spoken power, spoken knowledge, you have to consult to us. It means you and we can what to say and practice here. Here is our an experienced English language teacher Tara Yogi sir, and he will also help us. He is with us, and he is always supportive, and he never feel proud himself. He is always ready for the help. Okay, and next thing, mainly I want to give some idea because we are English teachers. Okay, we have to hook or crook. We have to improve our English, especially pronunciation, spoken power. So we have to at first we have to try to copy the pronunciation of native speakers. Native speaker. We can watch video. It is the time of globalization. This is the time of digitalization. Okay, we can watch many videos which are uploaded, which are trust that what in YouTube, Facebook, in different social media. We can watch those videos and we can copy the pronunciation of native speaker. One thing. Next thing also we can consult to our experts like our Tara Yogi sir, and so that we can learn the good pronunciation, correct pronunciation. Next thing we have to practice more and more. Okay, and we have to if we learn wrong that what that correct pronunciation we have to practice again and again. Next thing I have already told and our Tara sir had already told that we want to make our pronunciation through ka, ke, ka, ke, ka, a. This system make our pronunciation wrong, I think, because we want to make pronunciation geo, that to, geo, go. Like this also we make. Okay, so by through this system we make wrong pronunciation, I think. So we should mainly study, we should learn the phonetic transcription and the phonetic, that what one rule, that there is a phonetic chart. We can learn the vowel sound, consonant sound in which are in English. Okay, there are mainly 24 consonant sound and 20 vowel sound, and 20 there are also four triphthong also. We can learn those that vowel sound and those sound, and we can also consult to the dictionary, phonetic dictionary, so that we can that improve our English. I think this is my view. Okay, and I would like to request our audience, okay, to join with us, and we can practice here, we can learn English, we can, because I am also learner, I am not an expert here, because I am there was requesting help for me to improve my English. I am not good in English. To improve my English, I am here, and I have been improving myself, and that is why I request you to come with us, to share with us, to discuss with us, so that we can improve our English. Thank you so much, sir. So much, Chandra Yogi sir, and our Setiram Gosai sir. Now it is time to depart. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir. Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.